I owed it to this guy to make a video to express that I'm sad to see him go. I don't wish this on anybody. And it's just a bad day. He's only in his 30s, far too young. Coach Greg and I have some sad news to report. Leo and Longevity has passed away only a few short days ago. The guy was only about 35 years of age. And in case you don't know who this guy, we actually had gone back and forth in a number of videos. And listen, just because of the social media drama between the two of us, he was calling my cookbook the cancer cookbook. He called me a liar, that I was manipulative. He had nothing but horrible things to say about me. I don't wish this on anyone. The guy was a very smart individual and he had highly intelligent videos of which I enjoyed watching. And I wanted to make this video in particular to squash all the rumors. A lot of people have been speculating about the cause of death, what happened. And so I thought, why not make this video so that everyone can understand what actually happened? And yeah, all the haters are going to say, you're just doing this for views, you're doing this for that. No, I don't want that at all. But when I watch videos of people saying what they think happened, and it's not what actually happened, I just think the guy had a wife, he had a kid, and I would hate to think that people are going to think that something happened that didn't actually happen. And so we're going to watch Dr. Tony Huge's video. He was quite literally living with Leo and Longevity. And in fact, Leo was staying with Dr. Tony Huge for free. He wasn't charging him anything. And so he was looking after him, helping take care of the guy. And so you might be speculating what actually happened. So let's watch the video and see what really happened.
Yes, it is true that Leo Longevity has passed away. Think that he passed away around Friday. I didn't find the body until Monday.
And so they're living in Thailand. He actually passed away Friday in his bathroom, but he wasn't discovered until Monday. And you're thinking, well, how is that possible? Well, people go on vacations, they go on trips. Not everyone texts everywhere they're going. Not everyone posts on social media every 2 hours. And so I can quite easily see how it would take a few days before noticing that someone's missing.
And walked in and then opened his bathroom door, and the bathroom door wouldn't open because his body was blocking the door.
And so many people were suspecting foul play. The room is ransacked, but what Dr. Tony Huge is saying is that he was manic and he's in that kind of an episode. And so you never know what could happen, but that he had actually passed away inside his bathroom against the door. And so it's impossible for somebody to have gone in and done something and placed him there, because they would have had to exit through the door. And so it wouldn't have made sense. And so don't think that this had to be foul play, that perhaps somebody came in the room and did something to him.
Because sometimes he does a 24-hour sleep to reset himself, once a week. So I just thought he was taking a Saturday.
And consider Dr. Tony Huge is saying it's normal for him to have slept 24 hours. Now remember, this is a very smart guy who's done a lot of biohacking, trying to live longer than last time, taking all kinds of different drugs. And I'm not saying recreational drugs, but drugs to help the mind perhaps think more clearly and so on. But I don't know how healthy it is to take something to make you sleep 24 hours. Has anyone out there ever slept 24 hours? And I know I was under prescription sleeping pills in the past. As you know, I have narcolepsy. I'm working on this with a doctor. But to sleep 24 hours, that to me does not sound healthy, although I am not an expert.
He also didn't die from anything sudden or acute. So it's not like he took some kind of drug and had a heart attack or anything like that.
Now, I don't know how Dr. Tony Huge can rule out that he died suddenly or of something acute. How do we know that? When you die of something acutely, it happens very quickly in a matter of minutes or hours. And so I doubt that he had something like cancer that perhaps would take months or years to occur, but you can't rule out something that happened acutely. We just don't know.
I thought it was the sound of furniture moving, so it looked like he was trying to get something that went down the toilet.
And so who knows, perhaps he had a ring that he dropped into the toilet and he was trying to get it out and spent 20 minutes trying to fetch it out, but I don't know. I don't know if this was related. And so I would assume we need to wait till the autopsy report comes out to find out the exact cause of death.
There's allegations like someone probably hurt him for money or something like this. He didn't have any money. I was supporting Leo financially. He could have made plenty of money himself.
And so although Leo has a large following on YouTube, over 100,000 followers, he wasn't making a lot of money, and Tony was helping him out financially. And so it wouldn't make sense to think that somebody was in there trying to take money from him, because he simply didn't have any.
His emotional state was was very good, actually. He was one of the happiest I've ever seen him.
And so perhaps he was bipolar. He was having a manic episode, but he said when he left him, he was very happy. He was on his good side. He was doing very well. And so it seems unlikely that he would have taken things into his own hands.
With his personality, taking something for performance enhancement mentally can take the mind a little bit too far towards the manic, energetic side.
And so how do we know? Perhaps it wasn't performance-enhancing drugs. Perhaps it was a positive drug. But what if he misdosed it? Perhaps misjudged the dose. Instead of taking milligrams, he took grams of something. These small mistakes, this could certainly happen. And so we simply don't know at this point. Also, we know that he abused steroids in the past. He was open about this. And so we don't know what underlying causes there may be. Perhaps his heart, his brain, arteries, we don't know what might have occurred.
If there was any kind of struggle or anything, I would have heard the voices. If he was crying out for help, I would have heard him yelling.
And so when he did, in fact, pass away, there were people in the house, and you'd think they would have heard something if there was a struggle or some emergency that they would have needed their help. Could he have just fallen, slipped, hit his head? That certainly is possible. It's in a bathroom. That happens to a lot of people. And so perhaps just very unfortunate. We don't know at this point.
The police have done a lot of forensics work and a lot of photos and a lot of interviews, and hopefully they'll find more information, but it's a really confusing situation.
And so Dr. Tony Huge said he would answer any and all questions, and considering he was his roommate, that he was living with this guy, I'd highly suggest you go and talk to him. I'm only reporting the news as I'm learning it. I don't know exactly what's happened, so please go and check out the video. It's called What Really Happened to Leo Longevity, Part 1, Rest in Peace. I'm certain he will post Part 2. He said go and write comments and questions under his wall. He's going to go and answer them. And so I suggest if you're interested in knowing more about Leo and longevity, what happened, that you're curious about this, perhaps you followed him or you saw our debates in the past, go to Dr. Tony Huge's channel, give him a follow, go and watch and stay tuned. I'm sure he'll update what is happening. But for now, I just wanted to make this video, and it's not to make money. And I know you all say this stuff, but look, I'm just doing the video because I thought, because we've done so many videos together in the past, back and forth, probably 10 videos, that I owed it to this guy to make a video to express that I'm sad to see him go. I don't wish this on anybody. And it's just a bad day. He's only in his 30s, far too young. And so ending it here. Subscribe, click the bell button, comment for the algorithm, watch the tube loops, and until next time, I am out.